Hopefully, y'all can hear me clearly because it's very windy today, but I should be all right, loud and clear. Lord's will it is. And Salakia, I was supposed to go live yesterday, but things happen and it's all good. Everything works out in the spirit at the end of the day. Make sure the signal's good. I think everything's to wild to go. So let's get started. First and foremost, all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shalom to the elect of Israel, who endure all things for. Shalom to all their brothers and sisters who believe on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai until the bitter end. I say once again, Shalom. Once again, forgive me. I was supposed to do my plantation hit yesterday, but things happen, such as life. There's nuances, things of that nature. Shalom to your one upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. About the yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to take time out of my day to do this walk and talk about what is it? Yeah, the Lord is gonna have the last laugh for all you scoffers and scorners who think that He's not real, the Heavenly Father's not real. According to the people of this world, they believe in Scientology, atheism. They believe in science, falsely so called, like it talks about in the scriptures. You people can believe whatever you want, but at the end of the day, we, within the circumcision, being Israel, we know exactly what's happening on this earth, whether people believe what we say or not, because the Spirit of the Lord is upon a particular group of people on this earth. And we happen to have that true understanding of what the Lord wants us to understand and not what Christianity, what Scientology, atheism, the lack of godliness in the people of this world today, and all their wicked deeds and their unrighteous decrees and whatever false ideologies that they have to say about anything. It's all irrelevant because the Heavenly Father gave His name to a select few and the only begotten Son's name to a select few. And we happen to be those people that have those names in the ancient Hebrew tongue and not in what's the modern Hebrew called? The Yiddish Hebrew, which is a mix of German, English, if I'm not mistaken, another Eastern quote unquote European language. It's just a bastardized language that is not the original, which the only begotten Son and the prophets have spoken during their time on this earth. And those same people are here once again today. I'm sending out the vibration of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai on this earth because there's just too much clownery going on, and the people really think that the Lord is okay with everything that's going on in this world because we understand that this whole world lies in wickedness and the deeds and the will of the Heavenly Father that's going to abide forever. So regardless of what the nobodies of this world got to say about anything, it's all irrelevant. We know the truth, which is the word. The word quickens our spirit, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Heavenly Father's name, the true names, and not Jesus or Jesus Christ, Serapis Christus, and all these different names. Shalom to Hananya, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Brakatah. Those names have no power. And when you actually say the names in the Paleo Hebrew, there's a different energy shift because those powers and those names carry all morality. They carry extreme power, and the devils tremble at those names. So that should let you know everything about the people, well, the entities that we call upon, especially the Heavenly Father. It's not a light thing to just say the Heavenly Father's name. You have the Creator's name and you're speaking it. That's something very special. That's something very serious. And I was thinking about it the other day. We heavily blessed. The people of this world and all their vain philosophies, it's all going to come to naught, especially during the time of Jacob's trouble, because there's going to come a time when all the nonsense and all the laughing and the kikiing, the ha-haing, and thinking that their gods are going to save them when shit hits the fan in the United States of America, it's not. You're all going to feel the wrath of the Lord, and the servants that have been proclaiming his name since the foundation of this earth, all our ancient forefathers, the prophets, the servants, they're all going to feel the safety net of the Lord. And that's only promised to a select few. And Lord's will, myself and Akim, that have been saying those names and bringing out the vibration of the Lord, Lord's will, we can get saved and receive salvation, because it's hell in this earth. Even if it's a supposed good day and temperatures right and these other things, you know what I'm saying? They don't mean anything. It's all vanity and vexation of spirit. See, the people of this world, they think that just because nothing has happened right then and there with judgment, that the Lord is somehow non-existent. Nah, he's real. He's taking his time tallying up every single thing that every single person is doing, especially the nation of Israel. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, y'all the last people that think the Lord is going to do something to y'all. Little did y'all know, the Lord has always chastised his people, especially in these times when shit is going to get worse and worse, and people's vain imaginations and all their seances are going to be a thing of the past, especially when, again, in the land of our captivity, which is here in Babylon the Great, you really think the Lord is going to let you free and not suffer the consequences of your actions? Yeah, right. We're going to laugh at you people very soon. Because it's all fun and jokes right now. But when we hear more about the wars and the different wars that are coming about, like Ukraine and Iran, it's all getting more and more serious over time. And nobody's going to stop it, because it's all the will of the Heavenly Father and only begotten Son, which is to bring about more prophecies. And prophecy is the deep, dark sayings that the Lord had told the ancient prophets and the servants of what was to come in the future. And here they are today, wherever they are, proclaiming this word, the testimonies and the law and all things that are righteous written in the scriptures, all 80 books, and that includes the Apocrypha. The Lord's will, you Akim can hear me. If there's Akim still on here that are listening to me, Baba Kasha, let me know if you can hear me, just to be clear, just so I'm not rambling too much. I don't want to be rambling. I just want to be sure that I'm heard loud and clear. But I think I am. I should be Tawad. Nonetheless, I think it's in Psalms, no, not Psalms, Isaiah 65. It talks about how the Lord's servants are going to eat, they're going to drink, they're going to be merry. And those of you who keep laughing and thinking everything's a joke when we go out in the highways and hedges and presenting our bodies a living sacrifice for the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Shalom to Angel Padilla, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Barakatah Akia. Y'all really think everything's a joke out here. You people that keep laughing at the men of the Lord and saying, oh, y'all still out there, especially our elders who've been laboring for a very long time and they haven't stopped. I'm talking about the like of Apostle Tahar. Sounds good. The AirPods have a built-in good mic. The water Akia. Our elders, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlab. Hey, we got to give them full credit because they've been nonstop doing this very serious job. And those are our teachers. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's Isaiah 62 or 63. I believe it's 62. Whichever it is, I know it's in there that we would see our teachers and how people would see their own teachers, their their main peoples, so to speak, their leaders of the nation of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, who keep calling themselves these different bywords and proverbs that don't benefit you in any way. When you say those things and you actually believe it, you're basically saying that you're at the bottom society and that you're nobody. And the whole time is you're a people of a royal priesthood. You're special and holy people, meaning you're supposed to be separate. You're not supposed to be like the rest of the other nations. You're not supposed to practice and follow after their gods and their testimonies and whatever rituals that they have going on. Because when you do, you're basically saying, fuck everything that's righteous and everything that's wicked, we're gonna prop up and we're gonna put it upright inside our heads. And the Lord, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and the only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, got a big problem with all of that. Huge. And get some water. The servants are gonna laugh. The Lord is gonna laugh through his servants. And once again, just because judgment hasn't been rendered out very seriously, no, it's gonna happen. Just keep waiting, people. 'Cause at some point, shit is gonna hit the fan here in the United States. There's so much talks about the power grids going out and there being a blackout. And already, once again, there's more wars coming together. You got Iran and Ukraine now. They're going at it with each other, blowing each other's ships up, probably prohibiting each other from getting their material possessions and different things of that nature. China is backing Iran. If I'm not mistaken, Chinese soldiers are going to Iran. Japan is supplying Iran with different equipment and artillery so that they can combat everybody. The Israelis, which they're not fighting at all. The Israelis, yo, you know how cold Amalek is? Yo, I gotta talk about that real quick. You see, you Jewish people, those people, you people that call yourselves Israelis, you said that you're the greatest ally to the United States and all these great things, and that without you guys in the Middle East, it would be a hard time trying to bring about peace in the Middle East, which is not real, it doesn't exist. Hey, you brought the United States into a war with Iran, which is Persia, and then you basically instigated it, and now this queendom has to fight the war that you started and said, we're gonna back off and we're not gonna try and fight at all. That's how much of a snake. That's how much of a snake you Jewish people are. It's incredible. It's like, damn, y'all just got duped up. And starting in December of this year, there's going to be a mandatory military draft, if I'm not mistaken, starting with the ages of like, I think 28 and up. I could be wrong, but I know it's gonna happen in December because what's going on over there in the middle, quote unquote, Middle East, that's where the beginning of the end is gonna start. And then that's gonna spiral over here into the United States, which is Babylon the Great. And there's the American flag. That's the spirit. 'Cause- And even with all of that being said, Amalek, the Jewish people, Israelis, they have had control over the United States for a very long time. They're just playing a little theater role until you Americans finally catch up and decide, okay, yeah, this country is definitely infiltrated. The people who call themselves like Germans and different Edomite tribes from like the UK, Spain, whatever. Y'all are relevant to your cohorts, Jewish people, Amalek. They don't care about y'all. They're using y'all, and the only good thing that the quote unquote good thing y'all have is white supremacy here in the United States. Other than that, Amalek don't give a fuck about none of that. They got all the money, riches, wealth, status that their hearts can desire, and they're calling themselves the people of the book. So they got the false prize, which is calling themselves after the Israelites, which they are not, but they are the synagogue of Satan, like it says in Revelation 2 and 9, Revelation 3 and 9. But that's neither here nor there. The point of this video or this live stream was to tell you guys everything is coming together when it comes to the wars, the famine of the word, the people thinking that they're in good and safe hands under the American government. You see, a regular person with some rationale, if you love the United States so much, you would try and do your very best to put an end with whatever you have, whatever power that you personally have, to go against the tyranny that has infiltrated your country, America. Bear with me one moment. There's a train. Again, many of you Americans say you love America, you just hate the government. Well, why aren't you standing up against your government? Why aren't you doing something against all the Jewish lobbyists that have infiltrated and have a stronghold control over America? You're not gonna do nothing because you're powerless. And all y'all people do is talk. You talk a good talk, but at the end of the day, it's the servants that have to talk right now. All we have to do is be verbal about the words of the Heavenly Father that's written in the scriptures, and everything else is going to fall into its rightful place concerning prophecies. Because prophecy is not going to stop, and and our mouths are going to be shut once the famine of the word and once the elect has been killed and finally stop just going out into the highways and hedges, presenting our bodies a living sacrifice. Especially those who've been laboring for a very long time. Once that's done, once they're stopped and their mouths have been closed and they can't go out to the streets anymore, or everyone that's outside of the elect, you are going to be eviscerated and you're going to feel the worst judgments known to mankind. Right next to the false prophets, right next to everybody who shunned, who said and bad mouth the servants of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai in one way or another, man. Because you people of the world, you deserve everything wrong and everything bad to happen to you and those that you love so dearly. Because y'all not gonna learn anything instead with pain. So, like we're talking about second Esdras, death by pain is going to happen. And we're gonna be laughing when there's a famine and a famine of the word. And there's gonna be no more food, no more drinks, no more nothing to satisfy your flesh. You're just gonna have to disintegrate. And if I'm not mistaken, it says in the scriptures that the worst way to die is by starvation. And a great number of you people in this world are gonna die by starvation. And good riddance. We don't care. We want y'all to feel the wrath and the indignation of the Lord. Because it's been long overdue. And we can't wait to see that great and dreadful day happen upon everybody outside the circumcision. I think that's all I really have to say to this period. That's really all I got to say. I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.